In a big city, a young man named Ari returned to his hometown, a remote village where his entire family lived. Ari always missed spending time with them, but found himself unable to visit frequently due to his workload. After several years, Ari finally received an extended leave and decided to return to his hometown. He was thrilled at the thought of reuniting with his family, especially his parents and younger sister, whom he cherished deeply. During his journey to the village, Ari felt something odd, but he dismissed it due to his excitement to see his family. When Ari arrived in the village, he was greeted warmly by people he had known since childhood. However, there was something strange about the way they looked at him. Ari didn't think much of it and immediately went to his house. He was surprised to see that his house was still in the same condition as the last time he saw it. When he knocked on the door, his mother opened it with a warm smile and welcomed him inside. Days passed quickly, and Ari was happy to be back with his family. They engaged in their daily routines, eating together, chatting, and working in the fields. However, Ari began to notice small oddities. Whenever he asked about significant events that had occurred during his absence, his family always gave vague answers. One day, a village elder, Mr. John, approached Ari and asked to speak privately. Mr. John carefully explained that his family had died in a tragic accident 2 years ago. He showed Ari death certificates and photos of the funeral as proof. Ari refused to believe what he was hearing and thought Mr. John was just trying to scare him. That night, during a full moon, Ari was awakened by strange noises in his house. He saw shadows moving in unnatural ways. When he approached his sister's room, he saw her standing in front of a mirror with a vacant stare and tearful eyes. His sister then whispered,
"Brother, we're no longer here."
Ari felt terror and ran out of the house. Outside, he met Mr. John and several villagers who had been waiting. They took him to the cemetery, where he saw his family's graves with their names on the headstones. Ari began to recall the odd occurrences during his stay. Food that never spoiled, lights that always glowed, and sounds coming from nowhere. He finally realized that his family had indeed passed away. With a heavy heart, Ari returned to his house for the last time. He saw the shadows of his family appearing more peaceful and calm. His mother whispered,
"We've always loved you, Ari. Now, it's time for you to move on."
With tears in his eyes, Ari said goodbye and left the house with mixed emotions. Ari returned to the city with a newfound awareness of life and death. He decided to live with greater appreciation for every moment he had. The mystical and frightening experience made him stronger and wiser. The story of his strange return became a legend in his village, reminding everyone of the thin boundary between our world and the other world.